Hey guys, this is TPresley, and here is my Module 1 personal intro video. A little bit about me. I have a bachelor's degree from Western Oregon University. I also have a master's degree in teaching from Eastern Oregon University. My current role is principal and athletic director for the Pilot Rock School District located in Pilot Rock, Oregon. I've been married for a little over 6 years now, and my wife and I have two boys, a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. We currently live in Pendleton, Oregon, and we are known for the Pendleton Roundup, letter buck. Hobbies that I have include home improvement projects, traveling, and of course, hunting and fishing in the great state of Oregon. Experience in education. Prior to joining education, I spent a little over 10 years in the private sector, mostly working in operations management. A couple companies I worked for was Precision Cast Parts, and then most recently Walmart Logistics. Decided to leave that career path and join education. During that time, I was also coaching high school baseball for a little bit over 6 years at Pendleton High School. I just finished my third year in education. I taught middle school math, grades 6 through 9. I guess I had Algebra 1 for a couple years. My second year of teaching, I was named the 2020 Regional Teacher of the Year. I just wrapped up my second year as the athletic director. This week, I actually found out I just earned the CAA designation. That stands for Certified Athletic Administrator, and that's given out by the NIAAA. So if any of you are prior ADs, you probably know what I'm talking about. And then, as mentioned, I'll be starting my new role as a high school principal July 1st. So goals for me, I plan to serve as principal and AD for about 5 to 7 years. I think that's going to give me quite a bit of experience and really learn the ins and outs of being a principal. At that point, I'll probably start to pursue a superintendent job, or a district level type job, even maybe at the ESD for all I know. But for me, and really why I want to pursue that is because it's the next step. I just never seem to settle. I always kind of seem to chase after challenges and go after a little bit more responsibility. So I do see myself taking that role on at some point in my career. Another thing about me too is I've always really had a big picture mentality. I've always really thought of more than just my classroom or more than just my building. So being able to oversee an entire district would probably be right up my alley. Another plan that I have is to retire in 20 to 25 years. I did start in education a little bit late, but plan on working for, a couple decades anyways. And who knows, I might stick around a little bit longer than that. But one goal that needs to happen as far as my role as a principal, ODE is actually labeled us as a target school due to low test scores in math and reading. So we'll be working pretty hard to improve those. An emerging trend in my school district right now has to do with technology and Chromebooks for all of our students. A little bit more than just a one-to-one initiative. We're talking purchasing Chromebooks and actually letting students take them home and basically call them theirs. So we have quite a few Chromebooks right now that we'd be handing out to some of the older kids. But the new incoming freshmen would have a brand new Chromebook. The idea is they're going to be able to use those for the full 4 years that they're in high school at Pilot Rock, and then with any luck, if they take good care of it, maybe it'll last a year or two into college. What really pushed this trend, I would say, is COVID-19. In Oregon, we called it distance learning for all, but as with all states, I'm sure we had to offer some sort of an online or distance learning for all of our students. And what we found out in our small community with low resources and low funds is kids didn't have computers, kids didn't have internet at home. So what we ended up doing was actually checking out our current Chromebooks and allowing students to take those home and use them during that 8 week period. So we just decided, it's time. The kids aren't going to get those resources from their parents, so we're going to start providing them for the kids and see how we do moving forward. But speaking of moving forward, this fall is a big question mark, as I'm sure it is for all of you. Um, I don't know what it's going to look like. We're kind of lucky because we have a small school, so maybe we can fit everyone in our building, even with social distancing. But if not, maybe we explore kind of a hybrid model where some of the kids are in the building, some of the kids are not, and maybe it's a combination of the two. So more on that, I noticed from some of my low achieving students that they actually performed really well with this distance model. So I don't know if some parents are taking notice of that too, and seeing that their kid is actually performing well when you eliminate the distractions, and their ability to kind of create their own schedule. Um, I had kids that were doing assignments at midnight, and if that works best for them, great. Um, as long as they're getting their work done and feeling like they're learning and getting better at something, maybe that's the recipe for some of these kids. Trend that I'm interested in kind of piggybacks on where I was heading with the Chromebooks and that hybrid model. So again, we're a small school with limited resources. Any opportunity that we can offer more courses, maybe the opportunity of getting some college credits for some kids while in high school, I think would be fantastic for those kids who don't have those resources currently. Another thing that kind of sprung up was maybe some more flexibility. I was really proud of the way that our teacher staff was able to quickly transition from traditional model into this online model. Um, so it kind of got me thinking a little bit about like a snow day or some other sort of cancellation where could we maybe, rather than just canceling the day, say, hey, we're not going to have class at school, but check Google Classroom. We've got some things going on. I'm going to post a video today and with a little bit of work on there. So more to come on that. But I was just kind of thinking, if it's a rough winter, like sometimes we have in Eastern Oregon, we burn up those snow days pretty quick. Last thing anyone wants to do is come back to school in late June and push out their summer. So just an idea there, but again, with inclusiveness, obviously benefits all students. One thing I didn't mention, it actually kind of benefits the teachers too, giving them that kind of flexibility and keeping kids on track. Anyways, that's my video.